getting closer and closer to Christmas. Good morning. This is Mervin Hanley with THG News for today. It is Thursday. It's the 31st of October 2024, and welcome. And if this is your first time here, welcome to THG Network, THG News Today. We always ask our first-time visitors to please subscribe to our YouTube's channel. The news, of course, this morning is powered by Carl & Son's Unique Bakery on the island of St. Martin, with 3 locations on the island, on the Pondville, in Colby, and at the St. Martin's Medical Center. Now, let's get started with the news. Airlines in the United States are now required to give passengers cash refunds if their flight is significantly delayed or cancelled, even if that person does not explicitly ask for a refund. The Department of Transportation says the final federal rule requiring that airlines dole out refunds, not vouchers, went into effect on Monday. The major change is being implemented only a month before the start of what is likely to be a huge holiday travel season. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg made the announcement on Twitter, aka X, after he first presented the proposed rule back in April. According to Pete Buttigieg, today our automatic refund rule goes into full effect. Passengers deserve to get their money back when an airline owes them, without headaches or haggling. The new rule mandates that refunds are automatically processed by an airline if a passenger's flight is cancelled or significantly changed, and they do not accept the significantly changed flight, rebooking on an alternative flight, or alternative compensation. The Department of Transportation says airline must then refund a passenger within 7 business days if they bought a ticket on a credit card, and within 20 calendar days if they used another form of payment. The move has faced pushback from the airline industry. In July, the Transportation Secretary told airlines that they must make clear to passengers when they are entitled to a refund. In a statement, industry lobby Airlines for America said, "We support the automatic refund rule and are happy to accommodate customers with a refund when they choose not to be rebooked." So that is good news, because especially during the holiday season, my goodness, not only during the holiday season, when there's a snowstorm or whatever the case may be, significant delays and all of that. So now there's law for airlines. You just can't have passengers waiting 5-6 hours for a flight. No, you'll compensate them. You will compensate them. So that is a good thing. So please be aware that, please know your rights. Any cancellations on reasonable time, you will be compensated. Yeah? Let's move to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, shall we? Police in St. Vincent are investigating the murder of a businesswoman who was shot in Paulover on the outskirts of the capital on Tuesday night in the presence of her grandsons, whose father was killed in a similar fashion 3 months earlier. The dead woman, identified as Marilyn John, alias Maro, was shot a few hundred feet from where she lives. Police said that when they arrived on the scene, they found her vehicle with several windows shot out. She was later pronounced dead at the scene, becoming the 39th murder victim so far this year. Reports say that 2 of John's grandsons, whose father, Jamal John, 30, was shot and killed on July 13th, were also in the vehicle. Marilyn John used Facebook frequently to express her feelings about the death of her son, saying in a post on September 25th that her prayers would not go unanswered because she served a true and living God, from whom I will get my justice for my son. Pretty sad. And finally, in our news this morning, of course, we always follow the stories there in the Bahamas as it relates to murder. And I think they are now murder 103 for the year. And as much as Bahamas is one of the #1 tourist destinations in the Caribbean, the government just can't get crime under control there in the Bahamas. They cannot get it under control. So there was a triple murder that took place earlier this week. And so I'm going to read to you now a statement or an article regarding the leader of the opposition, the leader of the Free National Movement, Michael Pinter. So the Free National Movement's leader, Michael Pinter, via a statement issued late Monday night, said the government appears lost, unable to act alone or work with community partners to stop the violence that's devastating our communities. His comments followed a triple homicide, which unfolded within the Fox Hill community after 4 o'clock on Monday afternoon. The fatal shooting incident pushed the country's murder count now to 103 for the year. Pinter said the government's lack of coordination or urgency to address these tragedies is only fueling fear and anxiety about what may happen tomorrow. This is not the time for paralysis. Now is the time for action. The FNM leader called on government to take a harder look at the granting of bail, expedite trials, disrupt all illegal activities, including drug houses, gun hubs, and other illegal operations. He also noted that the crime crisis requires urgent collaboration. Churches, civic groups, businesses, government officials, and private citizens all have a role to play. We must treat this as the crisis it is, he said. The FNM leader's statement concluded by stating, people must be able to trust politicians and law enforcement so that genuine cooperation can be achieved. To put it bluntly, people don't want to feel like they're wasting their time sharing critical information that can help authorities prevent crime or solving incidents after they occur. Only action will reverse this worrying spiral of violent crime. That's in the Bahamas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our news for today here on THG Network. We are just let me see, today's Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days? Just 5 days away from the US presidential election. And of course, we'll be bringing you updates on Tuesday night, right here on THG Network through WhatsApp broadcasts and all of that on the latest, and give you the raw numbers as they come in for the presidential election between Kamala Harris, your next president, and Donald Trump, who's on his way to prison. That's our news for today. Until tomorrow morning, God's willing, I am Mervin Hanley and saying God bless you. Sons have been serving the people of St. Martin for over 40 years. And the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Carl & Sons for simply the best. There are 2 locations, Coal Bay and on the Pondville. In Coal Bay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Pondville, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Carl & Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Coal Bay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Carl & Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you. Nevis, satisfy your sweet tooth at Feaser's, the cozy spot in Charlestown, known for its mouth-watering ice cream and dal parade. We are open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come in and sample our patties, sandwiches, air-fried wings with fries, hot dogs, rotis, and now our famous smoothies, in all flavors of course. And don't forget to try the famous bus-up shut and saltfish. It's Feaser's, located at the entrance to the Cotton Ginnery Mall in Charlestown, Nevis. They're also available by phone, so place your order by calling 1-869-665-2458. Don't ask about the rest, just try the best.